Hello, Alden Community Church. Thank you for clicking on this video and listening to my Testimony Tuesday. I am the middle child of the Gold fam. I am the funniest. I'm the sweetest. I'm the most generous. I'm the most fun, the most loyal. I'm not going to say smartest because I'm not going to lie here. I'm the favorite. I don't know if you guys saw, but my dad took me on a cruise and didn't bring the other two siblings. So I'm the favorite. My mom, and I think my dad said it too, I'm not going to quote them on this, but they both said if they were to be stranded on an island and only had to pick one kid, it would be me. So, and that's why my dad only asked me to do this Testimony Tuesday. He didn't ask the other two because, again, I'm the favorite. So, yeah, that's all you really need to know about me. Also, I'm engaged to my high school sweetheart. You need to know that about me because my it'll catch your attention when my hands start to move. So instead of just thinking am I engaged, I'll just tell you. He sits next to me at church. If you go to our church, curly little Italian cutie, and we both just graduated Saturday from Liberty University. I just graduated with a degree in communications, and he graduated with a degree in accounting and finance, and he's headed off to law school, and I just enrolled into a nutrition program. So if you or anybody you know needs a nutritionist in the next few months, you know who to call. And so I'm gonna jump right in. I'm kind of gonna leave out a little detail. No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna skip a few years to get to the good part. Okay. I was raised in a Christian family. That's the part I'm kind of gonna skip. I'm sorry, I play with my hair a lot too. Let me actually just fix it because it's gonna annoy me because I'm trying to do it slyly and it's not going sly. So just bear with me. Okay. Do I do this or tuck it? I have like a collar back there. Okay. Where was I going with this? Oh, yeah. So I'm just gonna skip the childhood part because I'm gonna just go into where my faith became real. So my faith became real sophomore year of high school. My mom had a stroke. She was in the hospital and she was told she had a hole in her heart. And that night I slept in the hospital bed with her just crying out to the Lord, if you're real, please reveal yourself to me because I don't know why you would do this to my family. I don't know why you'd allow this to happen to my mom. She's young. She's healthy. Why would this happen? And then the fast forward to the next day, she went into the hospital for surgery, and the doctor had come in and he sat down, and I could just vividly remember him looking down at his pad of paper, and he didn't even make eye contact with us, and he was just like, I don't know, we just can't see it, and I know we saw it yesterday, and I just lost it. And I was like, that was the first time that God revealed himself to me, and I know he doesn't do that to everyone, but if you know me, you know I'm very skeptical of everything, and if the Lord didn't reveal himself to me like that, it would have to be something very extreme because that's just my personality. I'm very skeptical of everything, which I'm always usually right about my skepticism, which is why I'm my parents' favorite because I always am right about things. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit more serious, but we all went to CCA, K-12 Christian school. We all went to Liberty, and Christianity and faith has always just been a part and a second nature of life. But there's been significant times in my life where God has just revealed himself to me. And I took a Christian ministry class this past semester, and it was so good. I wish I could just post my notes somewhere because it showed the different stages people are at in their faith and their walk with the Lord. And there's this stage called the wall, and it's just when you hit rock bottom and the Lord is just revealing you something to you, so then you could go into the next stage of your walk. And so many people are in still the baby stages and then can move to adulthood and things like that. And so I learned a lot about my faith throughout that course, and realized that I have been at the wall my first day of my senior year, which I'll get more into. But before I went back for my senior year at Liberty, I was on a spiritual high. And I know you all know what I'm talking about when you're just on fire for the Lord and nothing can stop you. And the first day of my senior year, I was hit by a car. And that has rocked my world since then. In August, it'll be a year. And it has been like the hardest season of my life. And I don't even say that lightly. Um, I was walking into class, and its professor was walking the other way, and the guy was going this way and swerved to not hit the first pedestrian and then hit me. Um, and I rolled up onto his windshield, his hood, smacked it. As soon as he hit the brakes, then I rolled back down. And I was immediately rushed to the hospital. And my time at the hospital was just honestly miserable. It was 110% over capacity. I was told I didn't have a brain injury. I was told nothing really was wrong. And then I came home, started vomiting, had to go back to the hospital, and then spent another 6 hours there. So it was just honestly a miserable time. And every day I'd wake up, there was some kind of new pain. I wasn't given any kind of like pain medicine. And then they prescribed me something that I found out that goes totally against the blood disorder that I have. And so I had to abruptly get off of that. And so it was just honestly like nothing went right. And I was there alone. It was just Nick and I, and it was just kind of like I hit that wall. At first, after I got hit, it was like, God, thank you so much for protecting me. Like, I didn't get killed. This is amazing. And then it just went downhill. And it was just like, we would go to church on Sundays, and all I would do was just cry. It was like I had no words to explain what I was going with, but I just knew that I was just hurting. And I don't know how to get out of it. And everyone gave me sympathy and pity, and that wasn't what I wanted. Like, I wanted to be healed. Yes, say you're sorry, say you wish it didn't happen, or like people made jokes about it, but it was just like that, honestly, like, and it sounds selfish, but it didn't mean anything to me because I wanted to be healed and I wanted to know why it happened. And I didn't understand it, and I still don't fully. I know that the Lord has taught me a lot through it, and I have grown significantly spiritually, but I still don't understand why God allowed it to happen. And I wish I could say today that I do and share this awesome story, but that's not real life right now, and I'm going to be as vulnerable as I can be. But it was the hardest, and I mean, we're going on 9 months, and it's still hard. You should see me drive now or try to cross the street. It's just like my life was kind of shift upside down, and I wasn't myself. My hair would be coming out in chunks. I lost a bunch of weight. I'm still losing a lot of weight, and not on purpose. I lost my appetite for really long, and it was just like not me. And if you know me, working out is like my escape, and I had to cut that out of my life, and that produces endorphins, and so I wasn't able to do anything that I normally did, and God taught me just to be still. I'm gonna be honest, most of the time I wouldn't just lay in my bed like I had to in pitch black with sunglasses on, just me and God. Like, before that accident, that would never happen, and that's what most days would be. I couldn't leave my room. I wasn't allowed to drive, so it was literally, where was I gonna go? And my back would hurt so bad that I just had to lay flat with sunglasses on, like blacked out curtains, and just sit there. Sometimes worship music, if it was really, really low, it would be fine, but noises, lights, everything would make me vomit. But just being still and just like crying out to God, like, please, Lord, heal me. And it wasn't until a few months ago that I reached out to this chiropractor and got x-rays, and he said, your pelvis is out of alignment. You have discs dislocated in your back. You have behind your neck, like all your discs are going the wrong way, which is causing the headaches, and this was making you vomit even more. And so I found out my right leg was longer than my left leg, which was causing more hip pain. And we found out that one thing was pitching the nerve that caused my right leg to be numb. And so it was just like answers. It was hard because I had been praying for answers, and they didn't come for 6 months. And 6 months is a long time when you're just in excruciating pain every day, all day. And so now I can look back and say, thank God I had those answers. But at the moment, it was the most miserable time of my life. And I'm trying not to be dramatic, but I'm trying to also be really real. My hormones were like crazy out of whack. All I did was cry. And I could never like get myself together. Thankfully, the Lord totally removed like the accident picture in my mind, and that was one of the biggest things I prayed for. I was like, that day, I was like, Lord, please, when I go to bed, please don't let me see me getting hit by a car. And I pray for that for the guy who hit me. A lot of my family, especially my fiance, has different views on the guy who hit me. But something in me, I have felt bad for the guy who hit me since the second that he hit me. I know it wasn't intentional. And the Lord had me see, I'm even tearing up, the Lord had me see this man who hit me every single day on my way to class, which is also like very emotional and very hard to see somebody who like hurt you but not intentionally, and he never had reached out. And I don't want to get into the details of this, but so many things like God had happened that I truly don't understand and still don't understand. Whether he's teaching me things about forgiveness or teaching me that every single person is loved and cherished by him. Whatever it is, honestly, I'm still trying to learn it. I'm still trying to seek his face. And I can't say that 2 years ago, I'd say that I'm actively seeking God's face as I am now. So I know that throughout this, my relationship with the Lord has like crazily, I don't even know if that's a word, but like has been so much stronger. And I have like a very big like yearning to tell people about it, and not be ashamed of it. And I always have been sort of timid of it. And then I was like, there's no point. Like, we have no idea how long we will be on this earth. I could have been dead August 20, I don't even know what day it was. And I wouldn't have been able to lead people to the Lord. But now that I'm alive and I have a story to tell, and maybe people can't relate to my story. Maybe no one else was hit by a car. I know many people have because they've reached out after they were. But my story can help people who are going through the same thing, whether it's just healing or like traumatic things that like get you now crazy when you're driving or trying to cross a street, or like having to be still, having something so big in your life like working out be pulled out. And so it's been hard, and frustrating, but good and bad and amazing. Honestly, there's just so many feelings, and I wish I had more I don't want to say experience, but I wish I could come on here and say that this is what happened 2 years ago or like a year ago, and I'm great right now, I'm fully healed, like the Lord has taught me this, or this. And I'm still not there. I'm still in the waiting period. I'm still in the questioning period. But I'm slowly getting over that wall and going into the other stage of, okay, God, I don't need to know why you did it anymore. Like, it's over. I'm done questioning why this happened to me. But let's just now bring beauty in the midst of this tragedy, which I know he is. And I know that I am becoming a better friend, a better fiance, a better daughter, a better sister. And I know that that's the most important thing, whether I don't look great on the outside or things like that, but it is really my heart, and what God is doing in that is the only thing that matters. And so I know this video is long. If you've listened this long, I just want to thank you. I would really covet your prayers for continued healing, both mentally and physically, and even emotionally. I'm not as bad anymore, but I used to cry literally all day, every day. It was just, and nothing. It was just like something wrong with my hormones, and everything was just out of whack. But I do just want to thank you for listening. Please don't feel like you have to give me any sympathy or pity. Just silently be praying for me. And I hope that this had impacted any of you, or just got to know me a little bit better. Don't forget that I am the favorite gold, and if you are stranded on an island, you are going to want me. But yeah, also if you're going to need a nutritionist, please don't hesitate to reach out. I know that's kind of like a work little flex out there, but again, thank you guys for listening, and I love you all.